everyone, so today we are going to be talking about a new Milo pen case. So this pen case, the creation actually kind of started pre-COVID when we were in Greece and we were just, having our wish list of the new kinds of cases we wanted for the shop. And it's actually based on that. I don't know if you're familiar with, they probably still do, but they used to do a wallet called the Anthea. And even though it was like a wallet for, cards and money, I would always use it for pens. So the idea was, can we turn that wallet into something that was more like a pen case? And so the Milo Slim pen case was born. So we have our first batch of colors available on the site now, and I'll go over the features of this pen case with you in case you are interested in this style and have questions about it. All right, so this is actually the prototype. Now this leather is called lilac. We do, if you like the leather, we do have it in the Estia right now. But at the time that we were getting the ones made for the shop, they didn't have any more of this leather left. Now that might change. So if you are interested in this lilac version, please leave a comment below and I will do what I can to see if we can get that at some point or something very similar. So what we have right now available is a really gorgeous petrol green. We have burgundy. And don't worry, I'll be opening them up and stuff like that. We have a pale pink. Now all of these are a nice soft cow leather. We have black. The black comes with your choice of a floral lining like this or a more neutral lining in case you want the more minimalist and look and aren't into the floral lining. And same with the distressed brown. You can get that in the floral lining or in a more neutral lining. The distressed brown we already have. Since we're pretty low already on this color, we do have more on order already of this one. So if you're on our site and by the time you decide you want to buy this one, it is sold out, just sign up for the notification right there to be notified when it gets restocked. But if you act quickly, I think we still do have some left right now. So the design of this pen case, as you can see, has two slots in the front. Now, those would be for either pens you want to have like very handy so that you don't even have to open up your case to grab your pen, or maybe even pens that you just want extra protection around. Say you have fountain pens or maybe more, expensive. I have a fountain pen in this one, and then these are just pens that are just pricier, even though they're gel pens. You can totally fit two pens, depending on the pen. Fountain pens, you're gonna be more likely to fit one per slot, but as you can see with pens that aren't quite as thick, you could easily fit two. I think it's better if you're really concerned about protecting the pen not to double up. But just sort of depends on what you think about that pen and how much you want to protect it. So in theory, you could get 4 pens in your front, but normally I just do a couple. The inside has a nice, so this one has bunch of stuff in it I can show you. So the inside has a slip pocket, so you could fit a whole row of pins here if you wanted. You could even clip them like that so they're not moving around as much. Quite a bit of space to fit pins there, and then an overall large deep pocket that you can keep some of your tools in, whether it's pens or not. Like if you have these A7 size notebooks, they fit really nicely in here. So that kind of gives you an idea. And then I really like how they did the slanted design on the front pin slits. I think it looks really nice. You might be able to tell even more when the pins are out of it. And then on the back, this you could of course use to hook to your bag if it has one of those purse clips, but I really like to put charms on mine, so that's kind of how I use mine. Just customizes it even more. And I had a charm on this one, and I think I removed it when I was photographing earlier, so. But I basically had a charm on mine with a hook. So, let me just kind of, just so you can get an idea of what fits in them, I'll show you just some other examples of some here. So we've got a couple pins in the front there. We've got 6 pins at least in this inner pocket. And I also have a pretty sticky pad in there. And then I've got more pins hanging out in here. So actually quite a lot of space for pens, even though it is rather compact. Did we look at the petrol green one? Got a couple nice pens there. What do I have in here? Oh yes, these are the Pilot Nuance, which I am obsessed with. I absolutely love them. If you haven't seen my video on those, I'll link it here. If you have not tried this pen, you absolutely have to try this pen. I love it so much. And then I have, of course, the Sarasa Grand and Uni-Style Fit, Keepy Scent of Scandinavia design. I think I just did a video on this as well, so I'll link that one here. Okay, so hopefully this is giving you an idea of what all you can fit in there. And this is an A5 size notebook. I just kind of want to compare the size for you, because I know sometimes it's just hard to picture. I mean, you do have the pins there for reference, but you know. Nice compact pen case, yet holds quite a bit. Did we look in the burgundy one yet? Oh yeah, so you could even, if you like these Midori stamps, this is my favorite one, the month one, I use it all the time. They actually fit quite nicely in here. So just kind of whatever your journaling or work needs are. I don't think I have anything in this one yet. This size Midori stamp will also fit in there, not a problem. You could actually get several in there. You could get a couple, 2 or 3, and then plus pins back in there and in the front. So if that was kind of your way you use your case. And I think we kind of already looked at this one with the floral inside, but of course you can get it with the neutral if you like. So I did want to leave you with just a couple of milloo leather tips. I know quite a few of my customers have developed quite the milloo collection at this point, and there are a couple things that I've learned over the years of using milloo, or just for leather in general, that might be helpful. So every once in a while, you might get, let me see if I can find an example. Sometimes it's really hard for me to notice, but sometimes you'll get a case where you can still vaguely see where they marked the leather before cutting with like a leather pen. Might be able to see like right there. So a lot of people don't know that this is it's a pen designed to go on leather, and you can rub it right off. So if you ever end up in that situation where you have like the leather pen marks, you can actually just use, it's probably like the oil on your hands is really helping it just come right off. So you can just like rub it right off. So that's one of my little tips. It'll show up sometimes on some colors better than others. Okay, so like there's a spot. So you're literally just gonna rub it out. And you can see it getting lighter, and you just do that until it rubs away. So then I see one over there. So you will see that sometimes on handmade leather items. And then another thing I wanted to tell you is, this one's gonna be maybe harder for me to find an example of, but a lot of people don't know if you end up with a loose thread, and I'm not talking where it would like, it would be like something not being secure or whatever, but sometimes you'll find a loose thread. This might be a good example. You see that right there? Loose thread. So you can actually use a lighter to seal up that thread, kind of shrinks it or melts it and seals it up, and it's not going to damage the leather. So this is a very, I'm almost hesitant to show this, but it's a very quick process that is good if you have some of those that are bothering you. I would suggest not pulling on them, but use this method instead. So I'm just going to show you here. You're going to create your flame, and you're going to get it near the flame, and you'll actually see it kind of like seal or shrink up. And as soon as you see it kind of like in motion like that, you just back off. You, of course, do not want to stand there and hold fire over any part of your item, obviously. But I found another one of those leather marks, so I'm just rubbing it out. And it does sometimes take more elbow grease to get those little marks out. But those are just two little tips for you if you ever see something on your milloo that you want to like further refine. I think it's something that's a little more common with handmade goods probably. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because it's helped me over the years. And I would love to know if there are any colors of these cases that you would like to see that we don't have already, because again, we have the pale pink, black, distressed brown, burgundy, and petrol green. Also, if you'd like to see more neutral linings, please let me know that too. Traditionally on our store, people have preferred the floral linings, so we tend to do more of those. But yeah, I would love to hear your feedback on that as well. As always, if you have any questions or requests, please leave them below. We really appreciate it. And we do like to order for the shop what you guys want. So we do take your requests very seriously when you leave them. All right, I hope everyone has a wonderful week and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.